are live, coming back to you from Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario for the second game of a doubleheader between the St. Clair Saints and the Humber Hawks. The Saints improved to 3-0 this season by taking game 1 6. Turned into a nail-biter at the end. The Saints on this opening weekend of the 2022 baseball season. The Saints jumped out to an early 8-1 lead in that game 1. But the Hawks battled their way back. A 3-run homer making it 8-4 and loading the bases late in the game to try and tie the game. But Anderson gets the last out, flipping it over to second base with Hamlin getting the save. Sam McKinley will pitch for the Saints in game 2. Hunter Lockwood leads off for the Humber Hawks. Around the diamond, McKinley's battery mate is Henry Riel. Joshua Hoodwagner's at first. Carter Ray at second. The first pitch of the ball game. Just misses ball 1. Anderson at shortstop for, again, this game. Owen Finley at third. Tilson in left. Spencer Marin at center. And Hunter Appleyard rounds out the defense. He's in right today. McKinley looks in for the ball 1 pitch. Just misses outside, ball 2. Good velocity so far for McKinley, just unable to find the zone. 1 for 3 Lockwood was in the first game, walking a hit by pitch and a single. McKinley sets, gets ready to fire on the 2-0 pitch. Fastball outside, ball 3. Lockwood likely taking here on the 3-0, leadoff hitter trying to get aboard. Crowd trying to get their pitcher through this top of the first. Lacoste Park crowd picks up here for the game 2 of this rivalry against the Humber Hawks. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. Lockwood takes an easy walk down the first base as McKinley walks him on 4 straight. Bochu's now up. First baseman for this game for the Saints is Joshua Hoodwagner. Robinson's DH in this game. He'll swing the bat but get a breather from the field. Humber bench really fired up for the second game, trying to avoid the sweep. Short lead at first. 5 in a row now for McKinley. Looks at the sign, see if he's got a green light here with the 5th in a row. The shortstop, Bochu now. Bochu 2 for 4 in the first game in a doubleheader. A pair of singles, pick off, throw over the first, back easily. Third base coach giving the signs to the 2-hitter, Bochu. 1-0 here, 1 on. Nobody out here in the top of the first game 2 of the doubleheader between the Saints and the Hawks. Pop fly foul. First strike of the game for McKinley. Try and gain him some confidence. Light breeze again, that right to left breeze in the Canadian flag in straightaway center field. A little gust all of a sudden now towards left. And the 1-1 pitch. As McKinley gets his sign, Real behind the plate again for the second game. Pick off. Lockwood maybe leaning a little bit there. Still got back pretty easy. Didn't have a big lead. 1-1, nobody out here at the top of the first. No score as we're just getting underway here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. Nice pitch there by McKinley. Strike 2. Opening weekend here for the Saints baseball season, trying to defend their title as OCAA champions. 1-2 now. To the 2-hitter, shortstop David Bochu. He sets, checks the runner, and fires. Line shot, center field. Spencer Marin back, has a beat on it, and makes the catch. Fires it into his cutoff man as Lockwood has to scamper back to first base. Great play by Spencer Marin. Marin, a second-year player out of St. Thomas of Villanova from LaSalle, Ontario, the 5'10 outfielder. Good play there by the center fielder. Aiden Murphy now comes to bat. Murphy 0 for 2 with a pair of walks in the first game of the doubleheader. Another pickoff attempt. Back easy. Outfield playing pretty deep for the big hitting DH. Murphy DH the first game as well. He was an OCAA All-Star in 2021. Sets and deals. Ground ball, one hopper to the shortstop. Bobbles, can't get the out at second. Throws the first, not in time. If he fields that cleanly, I think he has a tailor-made double play. Just slipped out of his glove, throws across the diamond, but does not get the out. It's going to be an E6. Anderson's been solid, just couldn't get the handle on that one. Anderson's also an OCAA All-Star. He'll look to rebound and try and make up for that error in the first inning. First and second now, one out. McKinley looks out to get out of an early jam. Big hitting Jacob Turner now. Fly ball, right field. That could be trouble. Right fielder Appleyard over. Can't make the play. Base hit, falls in. Throws to the plate. He's not coming around. He had to hold up at second to make sure Appleyard couldn't make that catch. So he runs to third base easily. Loading the bases now for the Humber Hawks as they have something going here in the first. Groves now coming to the bat. Groves is 2 for 3 of the hit by pitch in the first game of the doubleheader. He's got 4 hits on this early season. Infield playing back for the double play. Third baseman Finley even with the bag. Ball high. Humber bench really fired up for the second game of the doubleheader, trying to rebound from game 1. 1-0 pitch with the bases loaded. McKinley sets and fires. Strike on the outside part of the plate. Strike one, 1-1. Center fielder Groves digs into the box, waggles the bat. Waits for the pitcher, McKinley, to deliver. McKinley sets. Pop fly right side. That's going to be out of play for strike 2. One and two now, 1 out. Bases loaded here in the top of the first inning, Lacoste Park. St. Clair Saints taking on the Humber Hawks on this opening weekend of baseball and OCAA action. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs now for the Saints. McKinley blew that past Justin Groves for out number 2. Bases still loaded now for Ryan Brody. He's playing third base again today. He was 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk in the first game. Brody has 3 hits on the early season. McKinley looked to get out of this early jam and leave the bases loaded with Hawks. He sets and fires. Fly ball, right center fielder, right fielder Appleyard camps over. Center fielder there as well. Appleyard with the catch for the third out, and the Saints escape with no runs. Appleyard has a strong first inning as the outfielders trot in. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. The Saints coming to bat here on We Digital. The Saints are back in the bottom of the first inning. They'll face the big right-handed pitcher, 6'4" out of Mississauga, Brandon Deans. Carter Ray will lead off again here for the Saints. The sun breaks through the clouds again. Big, long throw from the pitcher. He really reaches back for that fastball. Pitches out of the windup, working quickly. Big fastball, strike one. Dean's really bringing that fastball in. The 1-1 pitch. High chopper to second base. Tough hop for the second baseman. Bounces over his head. Old school AstroTurf single for Carter Ray. That hard, dry infield pays off for the Saints. Second baseman played that too far back. Caleb Eggerin had to come in to try and play that off the short hop. Once it got down, it just hopped over the second baseman's head. Good start here for the Saints. All-star shortstop Anderson comes to bat. Ray takes a short lead off the bag. Dean sets in the dirt. Good block by the catcher. Boy, Dean just reaches back and fires with everything he's got on every pitch. First baseman Turner holds on the base runner there on first. Carter Ray. Ray's got 4 steals on this early season. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1 now to Josh Anderson. Carter Ray on first with a leadoff single. Shakes off his catcher. Deans finds ones he likes. Comes set. Strike 2 down the middle. Probably the hardest velocity the Saints have seen on this young season. Deans checks the runner and comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball high. 2-2 now. The leadoff hitter's on first base. Anderson up the bat. Short lead. Turner holds the runner. Deans checks him. Fires. Ground ball, shortstop. Big hop to him. Flips. Can't go to first. Goes to first base for the out. Ray hustles down to second base. Couldn't get the force out at second. Decides to go to first for the easier out. The runner advances. Another case of the infield letting the ball come to them a little bit. Preventing the double play ball. So Robinson's DHing today in Game 2. He was the first baseman in Game 1. He's having a solid start to his season. Great defense, getting on base at the plate. So man on second, 1 out. Just low for Robinson. He's got a solid eye there. He's got a good on-base percentage. There's the runner at second, Carter Ray, taking his lead off the bag. He's got a solid lead over there. Second baseman keeping him close. Big hole on the right side. Inside, ball 2. Good job by catcher Tyrus Bath to keep that from getting to the screen. 2-0 now to Robinson. He'll look for something to drive on this 2-0 pitch. Third baseman playing deep behind the bag at third. Deans comes set. The 2-0 pitch. Strike 1 down the middle. Good pitch there from the big 6'4" right-handed pitcher, Deans. 2-1 count now. 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Deans comes set. Checks the runner at second. Ground ball up the middle. Runner moves under the third. They fire to first base. Robinson not running hard there. He's out at first. He got spiked in Game 1, so he might be having a little trouble with the back of his leg there. On a double play ball, he scooped one out of the dirt, but took a cleat on the back of the leg. Moves the runner over the third with 2 outs. All-star catcher Henry Real comes to bat. He hit a big home run in the first inning of the first game. Kind of set the tone for the Saints in that game. Looks to drive in a run here in the first. Strike 1 outside corner. The runner over there on third base, Carter Ray, looking for anything in the dirt that he might be able to score on. The big righty sets. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Good cut there from Real. Couldn't catch up to that big heater. See if he comes back with a hard fastball or tries to come something off speed, low and away. The 0-2 pitch, 2 outs here in the bottom of one. Strike three down the middle. Real didn't like that call. But Deans gets a strikeout to end the first. The Saints go down, no runs. And we go to the top of the second here on We Digital. And we're back here at Lacoste Park for the top of the second. McKinley back on the mound. No score after one inning. Both teams got a hit in the first inning, but unable to push any runs across. Beautiful day here at Lacoste Park. Had an overcast morning, but it really got, the sun came out. Still a little bit of clouds over, but a beautiful day here for baseball. Dylan White will come to the plate now. Last inning, the Hawks stranded 3 runners. White was 0 for 2 with a pair of walks in the first game. The righty digs in. McKinley comes set. And we're ready for action here in the top of the second. Ball up and away. Hawks dugout still fired up. They're trying to rally to avoid the sweep here in Tecumseh. Fouled straight back. Strike one. 1-1 now, McKinley. There's a right-handed White ready in the box. Second baseman deep onto the grass. Kicks and deals. Just misses on the inside part of the plate. Ball 2. 2-1 now to White. McKinley bringing it in there. Just had a little trouble finding the zone in the first inning plus. Hawks dugout really cheering on their hitter White. McKinley gets the pitch. Swing fouled into the glove. Real hangs on for strike number 2. 2-2 now. Straightaway defense for the St. Clair Saints. McKinley gets one he likes, comes set, and gets ready to fire. Pop foul just over the clubhouse. Still 2-2. White battling here in the top of the second inning, leadoff hitter. McKinley finds one he likes. Sets and deals. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Breaking ball high in the zone, but White unable to get a piece of that into the glove for strike 3. One away here for the Saints. The catcher, Tyrus Bath, comes up. He's got both ends of this doubleheader. Bath 0 for 4, a pair of strikeouts in the first game. Big strikeout in the last game. Oh, that might have got a piece of him. Calling hit by a pitcher a foul ball. Might be a foul ball. Third base coach coming in to talk to him. He's shaking his hands out. The manager wants to come talk to make sure this young right-handed hitter's okay. Bath shakes it off and gets back in the box on the 0-1 pitch. Bright sun now in the outfield. Right side of the defense is going to have to really shield their eyes. Strike 2 to Bath. Late call by the umpire, but it was a nice pitch on the outside part of the plate by Sam McKinley. 0-2 pitch. Fastball down the middle, strike 3. Bath can't pull the trigger, and he has his third strikeout of the game. Saints toss the ball around the infield, and they got 2 quick outs here in the top of the second inning. The 9-hitter, Caleb Egerin, comes in. He's playing second base today. He got up 3 times in the first inning, in the first game, struck out a couple of times. He got lifted for a pinch hitter in the top of the 7th. Strike 1. McKinley trying to find his groove now, working quickly. McKinley comes to the set, kicks and deals, just high, ball 1. 1-1, 2 outs, nobody on base. Game 2 of the doubleheader, Saints and Hawks. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball, right center field. Marin and Appleyard over. Appleyard with the catch, and he records the third out. Good communication by the outfielders there so they don't collide as they trot in to end the top of the second. After 1.5, still no score here on We Digital. We're back here at the bottom of the first. Owen Finley to lead things off. Walks to the plate to his Frozen music. It did him well in the first game. Finley was 3 for 4 in the first game as the rookie third baseman for the Saints comes to plate. Big 6'4", Brandon Dean's really firing it. In the first inning, he was hitting a high of 94 on the radar gun. Swing and a miss. Strike one. One now to Owen Finley. Swing and a miss. Through another fastball. Saints can't catch up. They're going to have to shorten up on the bat on this hard thrower. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Blowing fastballs right through this team. Deans for his second strikeout of the game. Brings Spencer Marin up. Morin in his second season for St. Clair out of St. Thomas of Villanova in LaSalle. The lefty's ready to deal. Pulls back the bunt a little bit, takes strike one. Third baseman playing in on the grass on the left side. First baseman playing back. Hit down the left field line. Foul ball territory. Left fielder gives chase and runs out of room into the batting cage. Good hustle by Lockwood, the left fielder, as Marin comes back to the plate. Marin's in center field today. Deans waits for everyone to get back in the position. Marin regroups. 0-2 pitch. Choking up 3-4 inches on that bat now. Outside corner just misses for ball one. Marin sees that ball well. He's choking up quite a bit on that bat. He's got that bat high over his head, looking to get this ball in play against his big, hard-throwing righty. Off the fist. That could be in over the shortstop head. The left fielder makes the play, Lockwood. Left fielder was playing shallow on that one. Marin fought it off, but was unable to get one to fall in there for out number two. The first baseman, Hood Wagner, coming to the plate now. Hood Wagner played one game of the doubleheader yesterday. It was 0 for 3. Big swing by number 22, and he fails to connect. Dean's finding his groove here in the second. Another big fastball, just missed, low and in. Ball one. Tilson in the background there on deck. On the hands, fly ball left fielder. Lockwood under it. He's got it for the third out. Two fly balls out to Lockwood. He gets 2 putouts on the inning. After 2 complete, it's still 0-0 here on We Digital. And we're back here at Lacoste Park. Start the third inning. McKinley still on the mound for St. Clair. No score, only a pair of hits in the game, one for each side. Top of the order is going to be coming up for the Hawks. Lockwood, followed by Botu and Murphy. Bit of a pitcher's duel in game two. McKinley finishes up his warm-up tosses. Infield tosses around, and we're ready for action. A little hug between the middle infielders. And Lockwood's digging into the plate to lead off the top of the third inning. Right side of the field, really squinting now. That sun's going to be a problem on any balls hit that way. Line drive, left fielder hit deep. Tilson goes back. He makes a phenomenal catch. A running catch by Austin Tilson. He was on a dead sprint. That would have been 2, maybe 3 bags there for the runner. Tilson, his 3rd year of St. Clair at a Sandwich Secondary in LaSalle. Spectacular catch there to get the first out of the inning. Big out there for the Saints D. As Bochu walks into the batter's box. 1 away here in the top of the 3rd. Breaking ball way outside. Real catches it. Ball 1. One 0 now to McKinley. McKinley sets and fires to the screen, ball 2. Bochu had a pair of hits in the first game. Flew out the center his first at-bat. 2-0 count, 1 out. Top of the 3rd. Still no score between the St. Clair Saints and the Humber Hawks. High fastball, ball 3. McKinley having a little trouble finding the zone here early in the 3rd. McKinley finds one he likes, comes set. Kicks and deals. Strike 1 right down the middle of the plate. Bochu taking all the way for the first strike. The right-hander stares into his catcher. Comes set. The 3-1 pitch. Up high and tight. Bochu earns the walk and trots down to first base. 1 on, 1 out here for the Humber Hawks. Big right-handed DH, Aiden Murphy, comes to the plate. He reached on an error in the first inning. 0 for 2 and a pair of walks in the first game. He scored a couple times. He's 3 for 9 early in this season. Pickoff play. He had a big lead over there at first base. Able to get back. Bochu had a stolen base yesterday in the doubleheader against Lambden. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Ball just inside, just barely missed on the inside part of the plate. Hood Wagner holding the runner on first base as Bochu gets ready to take his lead. 1-0, 1 out, pickoff attempt. Back pretty easy. Third base coach well off the coaching box at first, still giving his runner a hand. The 1-0 pitch coming to Murphy. Fastball, pop foul, that'll be out of play. 1-1. Wind dying down here a little bit, Lacoste Park. Murphy looks down at his signs on the 1-1. Third base coach flashes through his signs. Bochu takes a big lead at first base. Not running. Curveball outside. Real fakes a throw over to first base, but holds on. 2-1 now. Still no score here in the top of 3. Bochu takes his lead off. Hood Wagner with the hold. Comes set, checks the runner. Inside, ball 3. McKinley in a little bit of a jam here. 3-1 with the runner on. He's got 1 out on a tremendous play by left fielder Austin Tilson to start this 3rd inning. The 3-1 pitch. Check swing called. Strike 2. Aiden Murphy didn't care for that pitch. Caught the outside part of the plate to run the count to full. 3-2-1 out. We'll have to keep an eye on the runner at first to see if they have anything going here. Speedy Botu on first. Hood Wagner holds on. McKinley sets, checks the runner. Not going. Fisted in the left field. He's got it and makes the catch in the left. Austin Tilson got a good jump off of that one. Big swing, but caught it off the fist, so it didn't go very far. He had to come in quickly and get the second out of the inning, as Botu has to scamper back to first. So a pair of putouts here for the left fielder. And there's 2 out, 1 on here. Jacob Turner now comes up. Turner, as you recall, hit a big 3-run homer in the 5th inning of the first game. He had 2 hits, scored 3 runs for the Hawks. Breaking ball, strike 1. Oh, breaking ball that Turner couldn't pull the trigger on. Hood Wagner holds the runner. Short lead over on first. McKinley sets and fires. Inside part of the plate, just missed for ball 1. Good location there. He wouldn't have been able to do much with that pitch if he swung at it. Breeze has died in center field now. The flag is not moving at all. Pickoff play, gets back easy. One, 2 outs here. Top of the 3rd inning. Game 2 of the doubleheader between Humber and St. Clair. No score. Botu takes his lead off of first. McKinley fires. Just down for ball 2. Turner singled in the 1st inning. He got stranded as St. Clair held 3 runners on base in the 1st to get out of that early jam by McKinley. So 2-1 now, 2 outs. Botu takes his lead. McKinley sets. Swing, ground ball to second baseman. Plays it, flips it to Anderson at second. Ray to Anderson to force the runner out. After 2.5, it still remains 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd here on We Digital. And we're back here at Lacoste Park for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still no score. Pair of hits, 1 by each side so far. Austin Tilson's going to lead things off here for the St. Clair Saints. Tilson made a tremendous catch in left field to lead off that 3rd inning. On a full sprint, he was able to chase the ball down and get the first out. Hard throwing Brandon Deans back in there, just outside. 1-0. Fastball low and away. Deans has been sitting low 90s. I guess topped out at 94 today. Fireballing 6'4" righty. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Tilson kicking himself a little for that one. Might have been a little high in the zone. 2-1 now. Tilson rears back. Ground ball up the middle. Tough hop by the second baseman. Egerin fires over the first base for the out. First out of the inning. Good backhand by Egerin. Flips over the Turner for the first out. Appleyard comes to the plate. Appleyard didn't play in the first game of the doubleheader. Appleyard's in his second year out of St. Thomas Villanova. Ball one. 1-0 pitch. Strike one to Appleyard. 1-1 now, 1 out. Bottom of the third, still no score. Fastball, strike two. He swung right through that ball. Brandon Dean's really bringing it. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Can't catch up to that fastball. Third strikeout of the game for Brandon Deans. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third. Top of the order coming up now for the Saints. Ray singled in the first. Advanced to third base, but was stranded there. Dean's working quickly. Gets strike one. Breaking ball in there for strike two. He's got the Saints on their heels right now. The big right-hander working quickly. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball in the hole. Third base shortstop fires across the diamond. In time for the out. Great play by shortstop David Botu to fire it across the diamond to Jacob Turner for the third out to get the speedy Carter Ray. That's 3 complete innings now here at Lacoste Park. It remains 0-0 here on We Digital. We're heading into the top of the fourth inning. Still no scores. Just a pair of hits in the game, one for each side. Got a pitching duel here between McKinley and Dean so far. Groves, the center fielder, steps into the box. He struck out his first time up. McKinley fires. Up and away, ball one. Hawks trying to show some energy in the first base side. Saints fans do the same in the grandstands at Lacoste Park. 1-0 now. Outside part of the plate, strike one. Groves had 2 hits in the first game of the doubleheader. The 1-1 pitch. Pop fly. Real gives it a look. It's going to head over the backstop for strike 2. 1-2 now for McKinley. Facing the 5-hitter, Justin Groves. McKinley looks in the catcher, Henry Real, for the sign. Sets and deals. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. That was out of the strike zone, but he chased that. That's the 4th strikeout of the game for McKinley. They get the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Ryan Brody, the third baseman. He flew out to right field last time up. Brody was 2 for 3 in the first game. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. McKinley sets and deals. Fastball up and away, ball 1. Infield playing pretty deep. Outfield straight away. McKinley sets and stares in. Just outside, ball 2. McKinley looking to get back in the groove here, get through this Humber Hawks lineup. 2-0, he's going to have to come to him here. Gets a sign from his catcher. The 2-0 pitch. Up and in, ball 3, fastball. McKinley working deliberately here right now. Having a little trouble finding the zone. The 3-0 pitch now coming to Ryan Brody. Inside, hits him on the backside. He'll earn that hit by a pitch. So the Hawks have 1 on here with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Still no score. Brody will feel that one on the drive home back to Humber. Dylan White comes to the plate. Checking down for his signs as McKinley toes the slab. White slow to get in the box here. He struck out his first time. He was 0 for 2 in the first game, pair of walks. Ground ball, third base. Diving play by Finley. Comes up, fires the first. In time, a spectacular play by the third baseman, Owen Finley. Laid out into the hole, scampers to his feet, and fires a strike across to the first baseman, Joshua Hoodwagner, for the 2nd out of the inning. I'm going to put a star on that one. That helped hopefully thwart a rally here for the Humber Hawks. So the runner moves up to 2nd on the ground out for the catcher, Tyler Spath. He struck out looking back in the 2nd inning. 3 strikeouts across his afternoon today. Nice pitch, just inside. St. Clair bench asking where that pitch was. Umpire indicates it just inside. McKinley now checks the runner on 2nd with 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch. Fly ball, right field. It's it well. Appleyard camps under it. Comes back and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Appleyard's been busy out there, as a left fielder as well. The Saints get out of it in the top of the 4th. Still no score as we head to the bottom of the 4th here on We Digital. And we're back here at Lacoste Park. Brandon Dean takes his warm-up tosses. Still no score here in the bottom of the fourth. We got a legitimate pitcher's duel here. Both teams have one hit apiece. The Saints made an error, but still no runs across. All-star shortstop Josh Anderson comes to the plate. He grounded out to short his only at-bat this game. He had a pair of hits in the first game of the doubleheader. Dean ready, squares the bunt, foul ball. Looking to try something different after his hard-throwing righty. Trying to get him out of his rhythm. He's been mowing down the Saints. He's retired 9 straight after Carter Ray led off the game with a single. He's got the last 9 guys out. 0-1 now to Anderson. Check swing. Ball 1. One now to Josh Anderson. One pitch. Swing, ground ball, one hopper to third baseman. Brody fires the first in time for the first out. Nice Sunday hop for the third baseman and fires it over to Jacob Turner. We got a pinch hitter now for Robinson. Isaac Buisson. Robinson might be having trouble with his leg. He took a spike in the first game at first base. It hasn't been running well today. So Buisson will look to come off the bench and get something going here for the Saints as he takes over at DH for Robinson. Deans gets the first one across and is ready for the 0-1 pitch. Fastball up the middle, one hopper the pitcher. Deans runs it over, hands it over to the first baseman for the easy out. 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. Deans almost took that the whole way at the last second, decided to flip it to his first baseman Turner. Real struck out looking in the first inning. He'll look to get something going with 2 outs. Two outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth. It's ball low. Slight breeze out towards the left field foul pole. Deans fires. Ball 2. Catcher double clutched on that one. He thought he had strike 1 on that one. Unable to get the call. Dugout picking up some action in the Saints. Swing and a miss. He screwed him into the ground there on that hard fastball. 90+ miles an hour. Saints dugout really loud now, trying to get their all-star catcher. Hard foul ball into the parking lot. Dean's working very fast on the mound. He gets that ball and is ready to go right away. Fastball just got a piece of it to stay alive. He's working quickly. He wants that number 1 almost on every pitch here. Deans rocks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Deans pumps it. Gives Real a look for strike 3. Deans gives a little smirk over to Henry Real as he walks back to the dugout. So after 4 complete, the Saints and Hawks deadlocked at 0 here on We Digital. Top of the 5th inning here at Lacoste Park. Deadlocked at 0. Humber Hawks, St. Clair Saints. Saints are off to a 3-0 start in this early season. The Hawks 2 wins and 1 loss. McKinley still on the mound here in the pitcher's duel for the St. Clair Saints. And Brandon Deans throwing a whale of a game, striking out Real in that last pitch, 94 miles an hour for the big right-hander. Caleb Egerin coming to bat now. He's a 9-hitter. He flew at the right field last time. 0 for 4 across the doubleheader. Third baseman playing deep. They're going to have to make sure that he doesn't try and drop one down. Swing and a miss, strike 1. McKinley bringing some heat. Not quite matching Brandon Dean's heat, but he still has some good velocity. McKinley sets. Inside. Almost hit the batter. 1-1. Real with a hard throw back to his pitcher. Fast-moving game compared to game 1 of the doubleheader. The 1-1 pitch to Egerin. Oh, that hit him right on the back. The 9-hitter will take that one for a leadoff hit-by pitch. Try and set the table for the top of the order. Lockwood coming to the plate. Third baseman will have to maybe creep in and look for a bunt here as he runs through the signs for his leadoff hitter. St. Clair coaches move their outfielders around as the lefty steps into the box. Hood-Wagner holds the runner at first. McKinley looks in for the sign. Comes set. Fly ball, left field. It's going to be out of play. One strike to Lockwood. 0 for 1 today with a walk. 1 hit in the first game. Kicks up a big cloud of dust in front of home plate. Pickoff attempt. Caleb Egerin back easy as Wagner tosses it back to his pitcher. Lockwood steps into the box. Third baseman creeps in a little bit at third base. Bunt. Pops it up. Third baseman hustles over. Can't get it. Real and Finley hustle over for that pop bunt. Just falls in foul. That's 2 strikes now. Lockwood fails to move the runner over. We'll see what they do here on the 0-2 pitch. Third base coach, manager runs through the signs. Lockwood digs back in the box, kicks another cloud of dust up there. McKinley comes set, checks the runner. Timeout late. Oh, and hits the umpire on the pitch. The umpire has a good laugh at that one. It was too late for McKinley to stop his motion. He fired it in, and the umpire walked right into that. He'll remember that pitch tomorrow when he notices the bruise on his back. Late timeout there for Lockwood as McKinley held that ball there for too long. The 0-2 pitch coming. Straight back foul. And the Hawks trying to root their leadoff hitter on. They got Egerin on first. Hudson Lockwood up the bat. 0-2 count. Sam McKinley looks in for his pitch. He comes set. Pop fly, left field. Third baseman gives it a look. It's going to be out of play. Just past the bullpen. He's been late on that pitch. Left side of the field's going to have to keep an eye on that. See if anything's coming their way. McKinley has a good fastball today. We'll see if he stays with the heat or tries to come something off speed to try and freeze him. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball popped straight back foul. Real watches it sail over the backstop. McKinley working hard here in the top of the 5th inning. Still no action in the bullpen. Real shakes his pitcher off that time. McKinley comes set on the 0-2 pitch. Outside corner, just missed for ball 1. Good pitch, just missed on the outer part of the plate. Hudwagner holds the runner over on first. Egerin takes his lead as the left-hander gets ready in the box. Runner goes. Strike 3, throw to second. Beautiful throw. Strike him out. Throw him out. Double play. Lockwood didn't like that call. It was a curveball right down the plate. Real comes up firing and guns the base runner. Big play by Real. Beautiful play by the Saints D. McKinley freezes him with the breaking ball, fires to second base to get the runner. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. David Boatu, the shortstop now. 0 for 1 and a walk today. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That took some of the air out of the Hawks dugout now. Now the Saints are lifted up after that great play by pitcher, catcher, and middle infield to get the first 2 outs of the 5th inning. The 0-1 pitch coming. Down in the dirt, ball 1. Real just threw a laser on that pitch, on that stolen base. Just dropped the glove and got the base runner easily at second. The 1-1 pitch for McKinley. Outside part of the plate, just missed on the outside player. Ball 2. Two and 1 now for the right-handed pitcher Sam McKinley with the flowing locks out the side of the St. Clair hat. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Strike 2. McKinley and Real have them guessing now. McKinley at the fastball working, the breaking ball working. Shakes off Real and gets the pitch he likes. The 2-2 pitch. McKinley kicks and deals. Fastball, pop fly to right side. Hudwagner camps under it. He calls for it and makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Big strike him out, throw him out, double play, followed by a pop-up to end the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Still 0-0 here on We Digital. And we're back here, St. Clair Saints baseball here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. 2 hits in the game today, one hit aside as we enter the bottom of the 5th. Still no score. Third baseman Owen Finley comes up. Dean's working quickly already. Ball one in the dirt. Both teams having trouble getting any rallies started here against these two strong pitchers. Ball just outside, 2-0. 90-plus miles an hour there for Brandon Deans. He rocks and fires quickly. Outside part of the plate, strike one. Finley didn't care for that call. 2-1 now. Working quickly again. In the dirt, 3-1. Saints trying to get fired up. Deans was fired up last inning when he struck Real out for the third out. Finley looks to get things going. Outside part, ball 4. He tosses the bat to the side and jogs down the first base, earning the leadoff walk. So Finley's on first, and we got Spencer Marin. Marin with big crowd support here. The second-year player out of LaSalle, Ontario. Third baseman in on the grass, expecting a bunt. He squares, up high, ball one. So Marin really choking up on that bat. They're looking to get a base runner moved ahead into scoring position. Manager Roberto Duncan shoots the signs to the hitter and the runner. First base coach Tristan relays the signs. The 1-0 pitch. Squares the bunt. Bunt's just fouled down the third baseline. It's a lot of velocity. He's got to get that bat out and just kind of receive that bunt to try and get it down on the grass to move that runner over. Bouchot waiting at first to talk to his base runner. The big righty already ready to throw, even though the batter's not even in the box yet. So the 1-1 pitch. Marin right on the plate, choking up, squares around. Another bunt foul. Tough pitch to bunt there, high fastball. So he's got 2 strikes on him now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. First base coach relays the signs over to Owen Finley, who got a leadoff walk. Marin flew it to left field his first time up. Choking way up on that bat. Squares out, 2 strikes. Gets it down fair. Beautiful bunt. He drops it at first base. Risky play by Roberto Duncan to put the bunt call on with 2 strikes. Marin steps up and gets the job done. The sacrifice bunt. And we'll see if they'll probably give him the third baseman an error there. Brody put the glove down, but it trickled under the glove. So now the Saints have something going now. 2 on, nobody out for the Saints. We'll look to see if Hudwagner's going to bunt here as well. So they're looking for a ruling on that hit or an error there. They give him a base hit, actually. Generous hit by the scorer. They look to bunt again. Perfect bunt to third base. This time he scoops it, fires the first in time. But they move the runners over on the sack bunt. 5 to the covering second baseman. Nice play by Brody this time to flip it over to Egrin for the first out. So it's second and third now. Bottom of the order up, though. Austin Tilson coming the bat. They're going to move the infielders in on the grass here with 1 out. Saints dugout fired up now to try and get a first run across. Big lead over at second base for Marin. As Finley walks down the third baseline. Ball up and away. Be interesting if Duncan considers trying to bunt another run at a time. Try a squeeze or a safety squeeze here to try and get a run across. They're hoping Tilson can pound one through the infield. The big righty fires outside. Ball 2. Still no action in the Humber bullpen. This is Dean's inning so far. Big righty rubs up the ball. Tilson in the box, ready. Dean stares in a little bit longer. Just outside. Ball 3. 3-0. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Saints trying to get something going here in the bottom of the fifth to try and push one across. Dean stares in, not working quite as fast now with the base runners. Pitch just outside. 4-pitch walk. He flips the bat over to the dugout as Tilson earns the walk. Bases loaded, 1 out. That'll bring the pitching coach out, and the entire infield congregates on the mound. The whole infield on the mound as they discuss what they're going to do to the 9-hitter, Hunter Appleyard. Bases loaded for Appleyard. He struck out in the third inning. He'll look to get something to the outfield so that runner on third, Finley, can tag. Pitching coach for the long meeting. Home plate ump finally starts to go out to break that meeting up. Trying to settle their big right-handed fireballer down. And the meeting breaks up, and we're ready for action. Appleyard comes to the plate. Another St. Thomas of Villanova grad, his second year here out of LaSalle, Ontario. Bases loaded, 1 out. The right-handed hitter ready to go. Middle infield back for a double play. Strike one. So the corners are in, but the middle infield playing back to try and twist Appleyard. Outfield, medium depth. Dean sets. Gets ready to fire. In the dirt, down low. 1-1 now. Appleyard chokes up just a little on that bat to try and get around on the hard-throwing righty. Corners are in here. Swing and a miss on the high fastball for strike two. 1-2 now to Appleyard. One, two, 1 out. Bases loaded here. Saints trying to push a run across. Ground ball at the right field. Base hit. That'll score one. He's rounding third. He's trying to score two. Throws to the plate. Not in time. Big single by the right fielder, Hunter Appleyard, to score 2 runs here. The 9-hitter comes through for the St. Clair Saints. Big 2 RBI single here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Saints dugout out of their dugout to celebrate the 2 runs scored. Tilson makes it all the way to third on the play. Marin scores. Finley scores. 2-0. They are finally able to crack through on Brandon Deans. Got the corners with the leadoff hitter. He squares the bunt. Might be trying a little safety squeeze here, Carter Ray. Big 2 RBI single there for Appleyard. He dances off at first base now. He's got a good-sized lead there. He's going. Fly ball right field. That's going foul. That's out of play. Humber getting some action in the bullpen now as the Saints have finally got through the cracks here. Push a couple of runs across here in the bottom of the 5th. 0-2 count, 1 out. Runners on the corners here for the Saints. Appleyard still a good lead off of first. Doesn't go this time. Fly ball, foul ball right side. 0-2. He's looking to drive something to the outfield here to try and cash in Tilson on third base. He'll have to get down the line quick to break up any double plays. Deans readies and fires. Oh, check swing last second just to stay alive. Good piece of hitting there by Carter Ray. He was fooled on that pitch, was just able to get the bat on it to foul it to the screen to give himself another life. Appleyard dances off of first again. Runner goes. Ground ball, shortstop, into the left vacant position. Beautiful hit and run action there by the St. Clair Saints. Botu went over to cover the bag at second, and Carter Ray hit it where they ain't, up the middle. RBI single for Carter Ray to extend the St. Clair Saints lead to 3-0. Great call by manager Roberto Duncan to move the runner there. They got 2 on here, 1 out. In the dirt, good scoop by the Tyrus Bath there. The hit and run got the infield moving. Bochu had to run over to cover second, and he just hit a lazy ground ball right where nobody was. First and second, 1 out now for the Saints, looking to push some more across. Down low, ball 2. The Saints jog back to their bases. The right-hander digs back in. Anderson 0 for 2 in the second game of the Twin Bill. Good lead off a second. Fastball, strike 1. He might have pulled the string there a little bit. Fooling Anderson. They're gearing up for that 90-plus fastball. So when he pulls a string like that, it's tough to swing. Big lead off a second there now for Appleyard. Anderson ready in. Deans pitches. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Fooled again. Anderson having trouble against this big righty. 3-0. Saints break through with 3 so far here in the bottom of the 5th. Off the Humber ace pitcher, OCAA All-Star Brandon Deans. Checks the runner and fires. Swing! Way late for strike 3. He didn't know it was coming there and couldn't get around on that pitch. So that's 2 outs now with 2 runners on. That'll bring in Busan. He pinch hit for Robinson last time. He grounded but to the mound his last time. They're hoping for him to cash in that runner from second. Appleyard will get a good jump with 2 outs here. Should score easy on anything hit to the outfield. Swing, strike 1, outside part of the plate. He couldn't pull the trigger on that one. Dean's trying to find his groove again as there's still action in the Humber bullpen. The 0-1 pitch, 2 outs, man on second. First and second, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Busan's going to have to choke up on this one now as he chokes up on the bat. You can see there he's up an inch or 2 on the bat trying to make contact against his hard-throwing righty. Swing and a miss. He is out. Deans angrily storms off the mound there, giving up 3 runs to the Saints. The Saints break through with a big inning, take a lead 3-0, heading to the top of the 6th inning here on We Digital. We're back here for the 6th inning. St. Clair Saints finally break through in the bottom of the 5th, scoring 3 runs to take a 3-0 lead here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Saints took Game 1 of the double 8-6 over these same Humber Hawks to extend their record to 3-0. The Hawks sit at 2-1. McKinley still on the mound. Big right-handed hitter Aiden Murphy coming to the bat. He's 0 for 2. He reached on an error in the first. Hard shot to deep left field. Left fielder looks at it. Sail long gone over the left field wall. Big home run for Aiden Murphy. He crushed that over the left center field wall. Never a doubt. The center fielder just watched it sail right over the left field fence. Brings the score to 3-1 to help fire up the Humber Hawks offense. The Hawks needed that to get themselves into the game. They still trail by 2. McKinley will look to shake that one off. We'll see if that gets any action in the bullpen. So another big righty coming up, Turner. Turner hit one out in the first game. Ball 1. He was sitting dead red fastball on that first one and took it well over the left center wall. Little breeze out the left center field, but that ball was gone regardless. The 1-0 pitch coming. Hard hit fly ball. Center fielder back on his horse. Turns once, turns twice. Unable to make the play against the fence. He rounds second. He boots it in center field. Fires it in. It'll probably be a double and an error. And the Hawks are fired up on the first base dugout. He got turned around on that one in center field. Couldn't quite get underneath that one. And then had trouble picking it up, allowing the runner to advance to third. Looks like they're going to rule it a straight triple there. So Real doesn't even go out to the mound. The manager comes to talk to his right-handed pitcher, McKinley, just to try to settle the young pitcher down. Giving him some words of encouragement there. And the conversation's over. So there's nobody out here. Home run and a triple so far. Well, they did end up changing that to a double and an error. So a double on the play over Marin's head. And they gave him an error as he couldn't find that ball as the runner advanced to third. Infield playing deep. They're going to try and get the out. Let that second run score. Inside. Almost hits the batter. Groves has struck out twice today. The right-hander steps into the box. Couple of bat waggles and he's ready to go. 1-0 pitch. In the dirt. Ball 2. Hawks are fired up now over on the first base dugout. Got some bullpen action now for the Saints. That looks like Hamlin again in the bullpen. The 2-0 pitch. Ball 3. It is Hamlin in the pen. You recall, he saved the first game. Cam O'Reilly got in a little trouble in the 7th inning. They pulled him, and Hamlin was able to get out of the jam and save the 8-6 victory. If he comes in, we'll see if he can pull off the Sam Mayday Malone twin bill save. He looks down at his coach to see if he's got green light 3-0. McKinley in a little bit of trouble here. The 3-0 pitch. Almost hits him. The run's coming in home. Riel not in time. The run scores. Groves pumped up as he walks to first base. So it's a walk and a wild pitch to score the second run of the inning. So 1 on, nobody out for McKinley. It's 3-2 now. Hamlin getting ready here in the second game of the doubleheader. Didn't throw a lot of pitches in that first one, so he should be able to warm up relatively quickly if needed. Saints need to get an out here. 6-hitter coming up, Ryan Brody. He's playing third base today. He flew out and got hit by a pitch so far in this game. Sets and fires, ground ball, third base, through the hole and left. Base hit. They got the ground ball they wanted, just couldn't find a fielder. Big hit by Brody, and the Saints are in a lot of trouble here in the top of the sixth inning. We'll see if that's it for our pitcher here. Roberto Duncan calls for time. Real walks to the pitcher with his walks to the mound to greet his pitcher. Duncan talks to McKinley, and he's done for the day. Gets the handshake, and he's done. Big ovation from the crowd. Solid effort for Sam McKinley. He leaves the game up 3-2, but 2 runners are on base that are his responsibility. Colin Robinson greets his right-hander as Roberto Duncan hands the ball to reliever Michael Hamlin. So the Saints are going to have a jam to get themselves out of here. They're still up a run, but the Hawks have a pair of runners. So Duncan is taking now the whole infield for a meeting on the left side. The meeting breaks up. He just wants the defense to know what he wants on this next batter in case they decide to try and bunt. Runner on first and second. They might want to move the tying run and go-ahead run up. The middle infield, the infield discusses their situation here behind their big right-handed pitcher. The outfielders do the same. Hamlin takes his warm-up tosses here to all-star catcher Henry Real. Got all 9 Saints there in play. Hamlin finishes up his warm-up tosses. The runners head back to their position. The fielders do the same, and we're ready for action here again in the top of the 6th. Saints lead at 3-2. Nobody out. Runner on first and second base for right-handed hitter Dylan White. Corners are in here. Possible bunt situation. Outfield playing pretty deep, trying to keep the ball in front of him. He squares for the bunt. Good bunt back to the pitcher. Throws to third base. Oh, he's not on the bag. He's safe. Owen Finley unable to get his foot down for the force out. Not sure if Hamlin would have been better off just taking you out at first base. Finley had to charge that play, so he was unable to get to the throw from Hamlin. Tough play by the third baseman. He's kind of caught in no man's land there on the bunt. And that loads the bases with nobody out. The Saints in a big-time jam here in the top of the 6th inning. Corners are in. Double play depth up the middle. The catcher Bath comes to plate. Bases loaded now. In there, breaking ball, strike 1. Mike Hamlin trying to get out of a big-time jam here. McKinley pitched a fine game, but ran into trouble in the 6th inning. Hamlin with the pitch. Ground ball, foul. 1-2. Bath 0 for 2 today. He struck out looking in the second, flew at the right in the 4th. Two of the runners are still McKinley's responsibility there. Bases are loaded. The runners short leads off of each bag. Hamlin with his patented deep breath. Swing and a miss. Strike three for the first out of the inning. A big strikeout for the big right-hander, Michael Hamlin. Big strikeout to get the first out of the inning. The middle infield now backs up to try and get double play here against the 9-hitter, Caleb Egerin. He's 0 for 1, fly out and hit by pitch. The corners are still even with the bag. They could go around the horn or come and get the force out. Egerin's a good runner, so they might be better off coming home for the force. Ground ball, shortstop. Going to be a tough play to double up. Anderson bobbles, has to hold. It was hitting the hole on Anderson's backhand. Even if he comes up scooping cleanly, he'll have a tough try getting those runners. We'll see what they rule it up in the press box. That ties the game, though. We're 3-3 here now in the top of the 6th. Bases loaded still for the Humber Hawks. Hamlin shakes off his catcher. They rule that a hit. Bases remain loaded. Swing and a miss, strike one. We're tied at 3 now. Hamlin looks into his catcher. Corners remain in to try and cut off that runner from third. Ground ball hit hard. Base hit in the right field. 1 run scores. He rounds third. The throw at the plate is going to be close. He is safe. Runner moves to third. Safe at third. Runner advances to second. And the Humber Hawks take a 5-3 lead on the base hit by Hudson Lockwood. Tough inning here for the Saints. So it's 2nd and 3rd now. Still only 1 out. 5-run inning here for the Hawks to take a 5-3 lead here in the top of 6. So runners on 2nd and 3rd. Infield creeping in now. They can't afford to give up any more runs. Fly ball, left field. Tilson over, makes the catch. Runner tags and will score easily for the 6th run of the inning. And the Hawks now lead it 6-3. Botu does his job on the sac fly. The Hawks have now batted around here in the 6th inning, cashing 6 runs. So just a runner on second now, 2 outs, but the damage is done. This will bring Murphy. He started this rally with a long home run to left center field. He got their team fired up for this big rally here in the top of the 6th. Hit deep to left field. Tilson over. Dives. Makes the catch in the left. A diving catch to save another run by Austin Tilson. He's playing phenomenal out there. Hamlin gets out of it, but the damage is done. 6-3 now here for the Saints. The Hawks with a big inning. Big right-handed pitcher, Brandon Deans, staying on the mound. He'll take his warm-up tosses. That was a tough inning there. McKinley got in a little bit of trouble there. He gave up a homer, a double, a walk, and a single, and all those runs cashed. So he's in line for the loss if the Saints can't come back and rally here in the last 2 innings. They'll have the 6th and the 7th to try and mount a comeback. The sun really bright now in that right side of the field. These two teams are going to be battling all season for the top of the standings. They met last year in the gold medal match. The Saints took that one to win their 6th gold medal in 8 years, but the Hawks have been there every season as well. They've won 2 themselves. Warm-up tosses are done, and we're getting ready for action here in the bottom of the 6th. Catcher Henry Ariel steps into the box. He'll try and get something going here for the Saints. Humber does have someone up in the pen, not really throwing, just in case Brendan Deans gets in any trouble. Strike 1. Deans has got to be fired up now that his offense gave him a big lead. Hard hit ground ball in the hole, through on the left side for a base hit. Big leadoff single by Henry Real there for the Saints. Owen Finley comes to the bat. Leadoff single there for Henry Real. 6-3. Swings. Strike 1. There's a balk is called on Deans. No pitch. So it's strike 1 still. Doesn't come to a set and balks the runner over to second base. We got some technical difficulties on the video here. Try and call the action for you here. Runner on second, nobody out. He balked again. Back-to-back balks. And the manager comes storming out of the dugout to save his pitcher. I couldn't quite see what the base. Deans is fuming behind the pitcher's mound as he walks out to second base. He stutter steps that front foot. They haven't been calling that, but 2 times in a row. I wonder if Roberto Duncan mentioned something to the umpire there at some point in the game to get their attention brought to that. He dances that foot, but if he comes set, he should be able to do that. But the home plate umpire disagrees. That's something you usually see the base umpire call, not the home plate umpire. Manager discussing it still with the home plate umpire, not agreeing with those back-to-back balk calls. Troy Black walks away disappointed. The catcher doesn't like it as well, give him a piece. And we still have an 0-1 count with back-to-back balks. Noling. Foul straight back for strike 2. We got audio for you here. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties here in the booth. Runner on third base. Swing and a miss. Fired up. Brandon Deans gets the strikeout as he fires it by Owen Finley for out number 1. The problem Deans is having is he comes and toe taps that front foot when he comes up in the set, and the home plate umpire doesn't like that apparently. Not giving him a chance to get set. Dean sets and fires. Swing, fouled back. Man on third, 1 out. Catcher Bath goes to talk to his pitcher. Dean's fired up here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Infield playing pretty deep. Third baseman keeping an eye on the runner. The left-hander ready. Fastball blows it by him for strike 2. Dean's putting a little bit extra on this one. He's fired up now here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouled off. And that's a souvenir for a family on Lacoste Boulevard. Two strikes now. There's a ball high. 1-2 as we have a little bit of camera for you now, folks. The lefty stands in. Ground ball right side to the second baseman. He makes the play, gets the out at first. The run scores on the RBI ground out by Spencer Marin. That brings it now to 6-4. As we iron out a few technical difficulties here. So no runners on here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Joshua Hudwagner steps in to look to get something going here for the Saints. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Off the catcher's glove, ball 1 to the screen. One and one now to the right-handed Hudwagner. He's playing first base today. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hudwagner's 0 for 1 today. He had a sacrifice bunt back in the 5th inning during a 3-run inning. He fouls it straight back. The count remains 1-2. Saints trail here 6-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Look to get something going against the big right-hander. The 1-2 pitch. Just high. Deans wanted that pitch. Took a couple steps towards the dugout, but did not get the call. That runs the count to 2-2. Deans fires. Swing and a miss. Pumped up. Storms off the mound and tells the Saints about it. So the Saints get one across here in the bottom of the 6th to bring it back to 6-4 as the dugout comes to congratulate Deans and the rest of the defense. We're going to head to the 7th. And the Saints trail 6-4 here on We Digital. And we're back here at Lacoste Park in Tecumseh, Ontario. The St. Clair Saints taking on the Humber Hawks. The Hawks lead at 6-4 here in Game 2 of the doubleheader as they look to salvage a split. Breaking ball, just missed ball one by Hamlin. High-spirited affair here in the second game of the doubleheader. Strike one down the middle. Hamlin looks in. 1-1 now. Just low on the breaking ball, ball two. The 2-1 pitch. Hard shot in the center field. That's going to fall in. Gets past the center fielder all the way to the wall. He rounds second. He's going to hold up at second base for a leadoff double. That ball was hit hard into the gap. Marin can't chase that one down to cut it off. And Turner having a big game. A single and a pair of doubles here as the Hawks look to tack on some insurance runs here. Groves now, a pair of strikeouts and a walk. Hamlin comes set. Just a little outside, ball one. Big 6-run sixth inning for the Humber Hawks to take a 6-3 lead at the time. The Saints push one across to make it 6-4 here in the second game of the doubleheader. Fouled back to the screen, strike one. Hamlin crouched down there a little bit after that one, seeing if he's okay. He looks into the dugout, shakes out his right hand a little bit. Lets the arm dangle. 1-1 pitch. Big deep breath from the reliever. Just low, ball two. Something's wrong with the pitcher here. They're bringing out the coach. They're checking on him. After the previous pitch, he was shaking out his right hand a little bit there. Looked like something was wrong. He shook it out and tried to throw another pitch, but this time the coaches come out to check on the injury. The Saints don't have anyone up in the pen, but if they have to bring in a reliever, he'll get all the time he needs. Big meeting on the mound, checking on their righty. Let's see if I don't know if he's going to stay in the game. He looks like he's already coming out. And Hamlin's going to have to come out with an injury. He's upset as he comes off, gets a nice hand from the crowd. He's got a bit of a limp going there. I'm not sure if it's an arm or a leg. We'll have to check later on to see what happened to the pitcher. Definitely disappointed after a great outing in the first inning with the save. So the third baseman is now going to move to the mound. Owen Finley is a two-way player. He plays a great third base, but is also a reliever for the Saints. He'll get all the warm-up tosses he needs. Infield congregates to talk about their new pitcher. We'll have to see who the new third baseman is. So Finley stays in the game, moves from third to pitcher. And I haven't been able to see who the new third baseman is yet. Finley's going to come in to a 2-1 count with nobody out and a runner on second base. The outfielders watch their new pitcher take his warm-up pitches. Tough break for Hamlin there. He pitched so well in the first game, and then coming out with an injury here in the second game of the doubleheader. We'll hope he's okay for next weekend's affairs on the road. The outfielders start heading back to their position. We'll still try and get a shot of the third baseman when the game starts so we know who's in the game. Owen Finley looks to be wrapping up his warm-up tosses, and he's ready to go. Looks like Morin comes in from center field to play third base, so that means there's a new center fielder. So number 3 is out in center, Ethan Palos. He played game 1 of the doubleheader, was taking the second game off, but he's going to be pressed into duty here in the 7th inning. Ball 3 in the dirt. That was his first pitch, but he inherited a 2-1 count. So the Saints in a bit of a jam here again. Finley already has his elbow wrapped in ice as he walks behind the dugout, behind the grandstands. We'll hope the young right-hander's okay with the ice on the elbow. High pop fly, shallow right field, second baseman over. He calls it. Center field, right fielder's there, but the second baseman makes the play. Ray had a beat on that the whole way. Appleyard was there to back him up, but they make the catch for the first out of the inning. The runner unable to advance on the pop-up. Good play by Carter Ray. So Finley gets his first out. He's a first-year pitcher here for the Saints, making his Saints debut on the mound. He's been playing a great third base over the weekend here, but is pressed into duty here in the top of the 7th inning with the injury to Michael Hamlin. Shakes his catcher off. Man on second, the 1-0 pitch. Oh, that pitch looked good, but ball 2. Real held that one an extra beat for the umpire. The umpire didn't bite on it. 2-0. And they're going to put him on now. They're intentionally walking him with the 2-0 count. They're trying to set up a double play. So Brody takes the intentional pass down the first base. First and second now, 1 out. They're going to try and set the double play up for the right fielder, Dylan White. White's 1 for 3. First baseman playing a little bit in front of the bag. High swing and a miss for strike 1. He chased one out of the zone. He's behind 0-1 now with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Saints trail 6-4. Batter asks for time and is granted it. Finley steps off. Pitcher ready, hitter ready. We're back for action here. Shaking his catcher off. Gets the one he wants and fires. Hard hit to left center field. That's going to be trouble. That ball's in and against the wall. 1 run scores. The runner comes around third. He's coming home. He'll score easy. The throw comes in, but he crosses home plate, and Real has to block it. Big 2 RBI double for Dylan White. 8-4 lead now for the Humber Hawks. Tough situation for Owen Finley to come in here, playing third base for 3.5 games, and then pressed into duty here to come and relieve, try and finish this game. Hawks are fired up on the right side of the diamond in the first base dugout. They're looking to not get swept out of Lacoste Park. Check swing, strike 1 to Tyrus Bath. Finley looks to settle down here. Just outside. Ball one. The right-hander gets ready in the background. The third baseman, Moran, who came in from center. Hard hit ground ball to the third baseman. Oh, tough ball off his chest. He backhanded that ball a little bit. That was a tough play. That was hit hard to the third baseman. He tried to backhand it, and it came up and got him in the chest. Kept it in front of him to keep the runner advancing from second. So we still have one out here. They ruled out an error on the third baseman. That's his second error of the ball game. First and second. One out here in the top of the seventh inning. Humber leads at 8-4. The pitch. Hard hit in the center. That stays up for Palos. He got a chance at second. Fires it in. Not in time for the double play. But they get a big out on the fly out to Ethan Palos. Palos came in on the when Marin came in the third and Finley had the pitch. So that's two outs now here in the top of the seventh. They still have two base runners on. And Hudson Lockwood comes up now. He's 1 for 3, a base hit and a strikeout. He had a walk in the first. Finley checks the runner and fires just outside. Ball one. The Saints are going to have a big hill to climb here in the bottom of the seventh. Down 4 currently. Finley checks and fires. Hard hit. Shortstop over. Makes the catch for the third out. The Saints get out of it. They give up a pair. And now the Humber Hawks lead it 8-4 as we head to the bottom of the seventh inning here on We Digital. Back here, bottom of the seventh action here at Lacoste Park. St. Clair Saints trail 8-4. Big right-handed pitcher Brandon Dean still on the mound. He's looking to close this one out for a complete game. He has 8 strikeouts now against the Saints. Saints got to him for 3 runs in the fifth inning, 1 in the sixth. But they have a tough task here, having to score 4 runs here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Austin Tilson will try and get things going here. The lefty's 0 for 1 with a walk. Strike on the outside part of the plate. Ball 1. The 1-1 pitch from Brandon Deans. Fastball outside, 2-1. Tilson stays in the box, ready. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Tilson took a big rip at that one, unable to come up with any contact. Dean's right up on the rubber, ready to go again. Check swing, strike 3. They check it. He does go. They got to check all the way to the right side of the field, but he did go for the strikeout. That's the 9th strikeout of the game for the big 6'4" right-hander, Brandon Deans. He's been topping up over 90 and as high as 94, I've been told, from the gun behind home plate. Appleyard had a big hit in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 2. Strike 1. Hawks fired up on the first base dugout, looking to avoid a sweep of the doubleheader. Big fastball for strike 2. Deans is rolling now. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. Swung right through that one. Up in the zone. Appleyard cannot connect for the 10th strikeout of the game. Brandon Deans having a whale of a ball game. One misstep in the 5th inning, but has been solid the rest of it. Carter Ray now with 2 outs here in the 7th. He's their last hope today. Ball high. A little bit extra velo now by Brandon Deans. Excited. He's only got 1 more out to go here in the bottom of 7. Strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. 1-1. Deans fires. Fly ball, deep right field. White's there. He makes the catch, and he waves the Saints back. They're talking some smack here. They didn't like a little bit of the showboating by Deans. He's got a little bit of hot dog in him. The Saints quiet on their bench as they celebrate an 8-4 victory. Deans waved down the Saints after the win as the Saints come for a handshake. So both teams will be 3-1 after the first weekend of play as they come for the handshakes. The big right-hander struck out 10 today. These two will be battling all year long for that top spot between these two teams, and then they'll be battling all the way, I'm sure, rounds of the OCAAs here at Lacoste Park at the end of the season. Hamlin, good to see him in the handshake line. Ice on his elbow. And that'll be it for us here at Lacoste Park. They split a doubleheader. Game 1 goes to the Saints, 8-6. Game 2, the Hawks battle back, 8-4. I'm Dan Dominguez from the We Digital crew. We'd like to thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here for Saints Baseball on We Digital.